You are listening to the Fantasy Football Friends Forever podcast. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe button, and make sure to turn on the notifications. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Fantasy Football Friends Forever. First things first, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, turn on the notifications. Help support the channel. We doubled our subscribers last week. We got to 10. Let's try to double again this week. Get to 20. What do I... Yeah?
Yeah, let's go.
I like it. We're doing the NFC North for our next episode here. We'll be covering some Packers. I know Pete's pretty pumped up to talk about the offseason moves the Packers made, and then we'll talk about the rest of the division, some coaching changes and all that. So go ahead, Pete. Let's lead it off.
I didn't know they made a move. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the Packers are doing, honestly.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I'm just
coaching changes. Coaching changes?
None. LaFleur kept his. He went 13-3, so
you might see some coaching changes in the future after that draft.
I mean, they're just drafting for like 3 years from now. I don't understand. Like, I'll get to the draft here in a minute because, I mean, they lost. I think Brian Bulaga was their biggest loss.
Yeah, that was a huge loss.
Like, the guy, when he's in there, he's missed some time in the last few years, but when he's in there, like, the guy's just a rock. Jimmy Graham, I'm glad they let him go. He did nothing. Geronimo Allison, let him walk. Like, I don't care. I'm not picking him up. Yeah. And Blake Martinez, guy made tackle, but the guy was awful against the run. Like, and the thing I don't get, though, is they don't do anything in free agency this year. Like,
they didn't replace any of those people?
They replaced Blake Martinez with Christian Kirksey, graded 48 overall from the Browns on Pro Football Focus. Like, it's terrible.
All right.
And a guy who hadn't done anything, Devin Funchess. Like, I don't know.
Very average.
Yeah, totally average.
By Geronimo Allison, insert Devin Funchess.
I couldn't believe the guy was 26 years old. I thought he was like 36.
He is a good big body receiver, though.
Yeah, I'm just not.
We'll see.
I'm just not excited about it.
He's probably better than Allison, I would say.
He probably is, but I'm just less excited about the draft.
Yeah.
I think the Packers.
Let's hear it. First round pick. Who was it? No, we all know.
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love, my guy.
Your guy.
My guy.
Oh man, you can have him.
The Packers got him. I'm a big Jordan Love believer, but go ahead. I'll let you say your piece first.
I'm not gonna bash the guy because, like, he's not gonna start he'll start in 2022. Like, they can't get out from under that contract unless somebody trades him.
You don't think someone will trade for him?
The cap hit's big. I mean, he's owed a lot of money.
Yeah, he's a stud, though. So, like, you got to think people will be willing to take on that contract.
Yeah, I mean, he is a stud. Like, God, you're one game away from the Super Bowl. Yeah. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, take a receiver. The draft is loaded with receivers.
Yeah, for the immediacy of the team, yes. They had other team needs than quarterback. I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers. But, I mean, the year they drafted Aaron Rodgers, like, Brett Favre was still thinking he was going to play with the Packers for the rest of his career, and he went on to play elsewhere.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers is going to play elsewhere. I mean, he's going to. Tom Brady's playing elsewhere. Like, I get that, but it's just Aaron Rodgers coming out of that draft was, I mean, Mel Kiper had him ranked number 1. Like, and he just fell there in that first round. Like, you might love Jordan Love.
I think he's a stud.
I mean,
I think he's got.
I know he lost a lot of players from that Utah State team last year. Like, 2018 was a lot better.
He lost his coach. Not just players. He lost his coach.
He lost a ton of people. Like, he didn't have a lot of help around him. But
he went berserk the year before. Like, 32 touchdowns, 6 picks. Like, the guy was balling.
I mean, the guy plays nobody. Like, I don't know who Utah State's playing.
It doesn't.
Like, it goes both ways. Like, he doesn't have
got a next level arm. Like,
he does have a next
level NFL throws. Like, he was my, like, sleeper prospect quarterback. Like, I would have taken him over Herbert and Tua, personally. I think he's better than both those guys.
I think he was just going to be there in the second round. Like, I don't know why you're trading like 4 slots.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. So
me and LaFleur are on the same page. Did you see him geeking when they picked him? Well, I think he was geeky over getting him.
Well, he's just tired of Aaron Rodgers' act. Like, that's not his guy. Like, I think him and the GM, like, they weren't there when Rodgers was drafted, so they're just kind of like
trying to get their own
thing.
Starting.
And I mean, that's like you said, that's just going to be like make or break for LaFleur. Like, if Jordan Love pans out, man, you gotta you're going to be compared to Aaron Rodgers. Like,
yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot.
But it's the same thing that when Favre and Rodgers got drafted, that was a lot of pressure for Rodgers. And he lived up to it.
He did. I just don't.
It's possible.
It's possible. I just think they had way bigger team needs.
No, I think the frustration is like they're like building for the future now. I think that's kind of what they're doing. And I mean, do you necessarily blame them? Like, are you like, I don't know.
Yeah, like the NFL is like a
win now league.
Like, I don't care about 3 years from now, you know? Like, you're 13-3 last year. And I know you got, like, they had a lot of things go their way, whatever. I don't think they're going 13-3, but just get another weapon out there.
Well, they got one with their next pick.
Oh, man, me and you just aren't going to agree.
I'm just kidding.
A.J. Dillon?
A.J. Dillon, yeah.
Running back, Boston College, I'm not going to lie, like, I watched some ACC games. I didn't watch a lot of Boston College games.
Yeah.
I had no idea who the guy was.
Pro Football Focus, apparently.
Yeah.
They didn't even have him ranked.
Not even ranked. And the guy goes second round. Like, the thing, he's a big guy. He runs hard. The thing that's concerning for me, guy had 21 catches in 3 years as a starter. Like,
yeah, he's not a pass catching back by any means. Good in between the tackle runner, though.
He is.
Tough runner.
He runs hard, like you have to at Boston College. Like you're playing against Clemson, Florida State. Like,
there's no holes.
No, I get that, but it's just like we were talking earlier off set. Like Aaron Jones, I don't think they're re-signing him, but Jamal Williams is a free agent too. So like, I don't know who's going to be left in that backfield.
The thing I don't understand about it is why did you spend a second round draft capital on the guy?
Yeah, he would have been there.
I don't think fourth round. Like, that's just a boneheaded play, in my opinion. And it's like you have running backs already. So the same argument is like you have other positions of need, like that you could make your team better this year. A team that was 13-3, like you said, you could have tried to make a run at a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I just.
And they're not doing that. Like they're like pretty much packing it in this year. Like they're restarting because. I don't know how Aaron Rodgers would probably take the field, but the team morale has got to be something different.
Oh yeah, like I don't think it's going to be good at all. Like, it's not just Aaron Rodgers. It's just like there's other veterans in that locker room.
Yeah.
Like, do you think Devontae Adams wants to wait 2 or 3 like for Jordan Love? If like Devontae Adams is 27 years old, you know, he's not old, but come on, like. I don't know. It's just the wrong message to send to your fan base, I think.
Who else did they address it? I mean, that was their first and second round pick, so anybody else is really...
Tight end, third rounder, hate the guy. Just signed Degura. I looked from Cincinnati, got 39 catches like his senior year. Whoop-de-doo, like 500 yards. And that's another... They haven't had a tight end since Jermichael Finley, really. That's done anything. Like, Jimmy Graham was a disaster.
Yeah. I mean, Jimmy Graham's just washed.
But they haven't had a tight end, like, forever. I'm just like him and their last year's third rounder from A&M, like, something Steinbrenner or whatever, is going to be on the top of the depth chart. Like, you might as well go out there and catch the pass.
Tough offseason for the Packers.
It's just a horrible offseason, in my opinion, but fantasy-wise, though, I'm still rolling like Devontae Adams. If I can get him, I'll take him.
First round, he's going like the 107. Like you like him there?
I don't know if I'm taking him first round.
See, that's what. So, I'm probably not going to see Adams on my team because I would rather go get other guys.
Yeah, I mean,
the turmoil there is what I'm like worried about from a fantasy perspective. Is like if Rodgers isn't bought in and like the team isn't bought in, and it just becomes a dumpster fire year.
Oh yeah, I could see this year going.
You just
south real quick.
It's like all those players in that offense are going to be like demanding high draft capital.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, so you got Rodgers. I mean, I don't love Rodgers.
I don't either. Aaron Jones still.
You like Aaron Jones?
I'm not.
He's going like second round, third round.
I'd take him in the third.
Take him in the third, not the second.
I mean, I'd like to take him in the third.
He might slip to the third just with all this going on. But the thing is, they just got A.J. Dillon. So would you even like him in the third? Like, is the thing? I don't. I'm probably dodging a lot of this Packers offense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not reaching for him. And another guy, like, that's the thing. Like A.J. Dillon. If you're like in a rookie keeper league, like or a dynasty league, snag him because they're not going to pay Aaron Jones.
No, Aaron Jones gone.
So like A.J. Dillon's going to be the starter 2 years from now, I believe. Not this year, but the following one.
Yeah.
Unless he's
probably going to get
awful.
snaps. We'll see what happens because they use a second round pick on him. So that normally leads to teams using that running back pretty early.
Yeah, and I think, Jamal Williams isn't great. Like, he's going to be the number 2
Jamal
guy.
Williams ass.
Yeah, he's terrible. So he's going to get some opportunity, but other than that, like, that's it. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, like, at wide receiver, you have
Alan Lazard,
MVS.
I'm done with MVS.
Dude.
MVS is terrible. Like, I don't.
Dude, I am like out on the Packers. That's sad. It's so sad, man.
It's pretty sad. Like, it's just.
All right, next team. Sorry for your sorrows.
All right, well,
save the tears for after the show.
Shout out to your boy. I'm going to talk about Packers team, the Bears.
Yeah, it's not the Chiefs, it's the Bears.
Coaching changes. Matt Nagy, he promoted Bill Lazor to offensive coordinator.
Okay.
Kind of like gave up the title as OC. I looked him up. He's actually done pretty well with like mediocre quarterbacks. So like he was the quarterback coach in Philly in 2013 when Foles had that 27 TD to 2-pick year. And then he had Andy Dalton, made him a Pro Bowler in 2016. 4,200 yards.
Good little track record.
Like, it's not bad. So
plus he's got the background with Nick Foles, their new starter.
Yeah, that's the guy. Well, yeah, he's gonna be their new starter. I like it, and I kind of like Nagy. I don't know, handing over the reins a bit. Like, I don't know. He either needs to like focus on Nick Foles or try to get. I think Trubisky is gonna start off the year. Unless he's just, like, terrible in training camp.
Yeah, they're definitely going to give Trubisky one more shot, but Nick Foles is, like, the quick hook.
Oh, yeah,
like, the reliable back. Like, if Trubisky doesn't show any improvement, he could be out by preseason. You know, like, if he just looks like crap in preseason.
You hear that, Packard?
Packard would die on that hill, but what else?
Yeah, guys, they lost a few. Nobody big, really. Clinton Dix, safety. It's all right. Played with the Packers for years. It's not a demoralizing loss. Leonard Floyd, first-round bust from a few years ago. D-end. Not a big loss. And Chase Daniel, like the guy just...
Good backup, though. But they got Nick Foles now.
They got Nick Foles, and that was... The additions were... Some of them were head-scratching, like... Jimmy Graham, 2 years, $16 million. Like, what? Who's paying Jimmy Graham 2 years, $16 million?
That's just bad money.
And if you look at their roster, they have 9 tight ends on their roster. Like, it's insane how many times. And then they signed Robert Quinn, pass rusher, 5 years, $70 million. Like, the guy had 11 sacks with Dallas last year. First time since 2014 he's hit double digits. He's 30 years old.
I was about to say, isn't he 30, 31? Like, that's bad contract.
They're just shelling out money to guy. And Nick Foles, like, I think that's the biggest addition they've gotten, honestly.
Yeah.
I like Nick Foles.
He could improve the offense overall, I would say.
Oh, yeah,
Trubisky, you know.
You could just hit a 5-yard swing pass to Tariq Cohen.
Trubisky he's got the ceiling. It's just, he's just not good.
He's just not made of it.
He's not.
And,
his ability to throw an accurate, quick pass is his downfall. Because he has some downfield accuracy and can make some nice throws. But the problem is in the NFL, you need to be able to move the chains on a quick hitting route, and he just can't do that.
Yeah, and they're simple NFL throws too.
Yeah.
They're swing passes.
He will make some of the most unbelievable throws that you're just you're amazed. You're like, wow, Trubisky's actually might be good, and then he misses a 5-yard slant, and you're just like, no, Trubisky's not good.
So
their draft.
Their draft, they didn't have a first-round pick. So,
that's tough.
Round 2, took a tight end after they just paid Jimmy Graham, Cole Kmet
out of Notre Dame.
Yeah. I watched a lot of Notre Dame games, honestly. Guy was a stud coming out of high school. Notre Dame, his whole career, he had 60 catches.
Yeah, he's kind of like a all-around tight end. He's not your receiving tight end. He can block. He can do it all.
Yeah, but he's just not.
What round? They took him in the second.
Second was their first pick. This tight end class was terrible.
I mean, he's not really a guy on a fantasy radar.
No, I'm not. We'll talk about that here in a minute.
Yeah.
But their second-round pick, corner Jalen Johnson, from TCU. Pretty decent player, honestly. He's played in the Big 12, so he had a lot of balls thrown at him.
Yeah.
And he held up well. Not TCU, from Utah.
Jalen
Johnson. Yeah.
They have a couple good players out of Utah.
Yeah. He's confident. He will take risks. He gambles a bit, but
Ball hawk.
I like the guy on tape. He's physical too. He tackles.
Yeah.
But fantasy-wise, though, what about your boy?
David Montgomery?
Yeah. Where are you taking him this year?
Man, let's see what the ADP says. So I took him in a lot of leagues. I took him in every league last year. I was in 3. They've got him going. I mean,
free agent wire.
We'll see. The overall offense, in my opinion, is just not going to be good.
I literally put him and Allen Robinson question mark and then not targeting anyone.
I don't think I'm targeting anybody. Dave Montgomery, if he falls to me, I might take a flyer on him just because I like his skill set. He's a tough runner. He makes people miss. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. Problem is Nagy just never got him on the field, really until later in the year. Later in the year, he started getting a rock, but even then, it was wildly inconsistent.
Yeah.
But I'm just not. This is just. I like to target overall offenses from my perspective. I thought the Bears' offense could be good last year, but Trubisky just regressed. And so I just can't buy in. I can't buy in this offense overall.
Yeah,
I'm probably not trying to get anybody.
I agree. Allen Robinson did some work though last year though. He was solid.
I could see some Allen Robinson, but I think he's getting overdrafted.
Yeah, I'm not overdrafting him, but. Yeah, like you said, offense, not great. Trubisky, I think he's done by week 4, honestly.
Yeah, and I think he could lose it by preseason.
Yeah, Nick Foles.
And if Nick Foles is in there, I think I could get on board with some Allen Robinson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, next squad.
Juan's Detroit Lions. No real coaching changes on Patricia's staff there. His days are numbered too.
Yeah.
They lost Darius Slay. He went to Philly. He was the best corner for a long time, honestly. And him and Patricia kind of just butted heads.
Yeah. I mean, Patricia disrespected him in a meeting, and it just never went over well after that.
No, it didn't. And other guy they lost, Ashawn Robinson, D lineman. He's a solid little player. I mean, he's been there a while. Offensively, nobody really J.D. McKissick, nobody fantasy
They lost a couple linemen.
Yeah, they've lost a few linemen, and they added your boy Reggie Ragland.
Trash.
The Chiefs. I looked at that. I just had to write it down.
That. Yeah.
I was like,
they got Jamie Collins there.
Yeah, I put Jamie Collins down. I mean, Patricia's familiar with him from New England.
Yeah.
So it's a solid little pickup. Like, he's a solid player. And then Desmond Trufant, which...
It's a good pickup.
Yeah.
I mean, you lose Slay, you insert Trufant.
Yeah, but I mean, the real guy you're inserting now, I love the guy, Jeff Okudah from the draft.
Yeah.
Like 4 overall. I thought, or number 3 overall. I thought he was the best corner in the draft. Like,
that's a good 1-2 combo, though. Trufant, Okudah.
It is. It's pretty good. Like, the guy just doesn't give anything up. I read a stat. He didn't allow a receiver to have a 50-yard game in his last 27 at Ohio State.
Lockdown.
Like, that's...
He's long.
He is. I like him. He's 6'1". He ran a 4.49. Like, the guy's just locked down, like you said.
Yeah.
And Ohio State produces some good corners. Like, place is good. And their second-round pick, DeAndre Swift. Interesting.
What are your thoughts on him?
I just don't love this situation. Like, I know Kerryon Johnson's still there.
Yeah.
And DeAndre Swift, he's not a bad player. I mean, he went to Georgia and he averaged 6.5 yards a carry. Like, the guy...
He's an edge runner is my problem. He's not really a between-the-tackles guy.
He doesn't break a lot of tackles.
Doesn't. He's easy to take down.
Yeah.
He's got good feet. Like, he's good at make, like, one-cuts and he's got good agility, but... I personally, I'm not a huge DeAndre Swift guy.
I'm just not.
I think Kerryon Johnson's better. I think he's just been injury prone.
I don't know if that guy's ever going to stay healthy.
No.
Like, and it sucks because
Yeah.
the guy is talented. And he was one of my guys that I had on the fantasy radar. Kerryon Johnson, big question mark though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
But now, like, you're like...
Because if he goes down, like, you want some Swift. Like, if I have Kerryon Johnson, I'm going to try to draft DeAndre Swift. Like,
I don't want DeAndre Swift.
I just think Kerryon Johnson's going to get hurt. Like,
I get that, but I just don't think Swift's that good.
Oh, I'm
I
not.
don't think their offensive line's good, so it's like, I just don't think there's going to be really much running room. I think they're going to be a pass-heavy team.
Want some Galladay?
I want Galladay. Yeah,
Galladay.
Give me some Galladay. Stafford lit it up.
Kenny Galladay is nice. I think T.J. Hawkinson can have a sleeper year. I mean, he was hurt a lot last year. The kid's talented.
Stud.
I have him written down. Like, if I can take him late,
I like Hawkinson. I like Galladay. I mean, I like Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones is solid. Like, he just PPR. Like, the guy
Stafford.
just gets catches.
Like, especially like if you're in a 2-quarterback format or even 12-team, like late round quarterback strategy. Stafford was lighting it up before he got hurt.
Yeah, he was. And people just sleep on him. Like, because of all the losing in Detroit. Like,
I just don't think they're going to be able to run the ball, so.
They never run the ball. But yeah.
That defense has improved, though, so that's good for the offensive side of football, I would say. Overall, like, having a good defense keeps you in better game scripts.
I mean, I hope. We'll see how the defense is. Like, on paper, it's improved.
Yeah.
But Patricia's got to coach him up. Like, I mean, the guy's defensive, like, genius or whatever. You know, defensive side of the ball. Like,
They were decent last year.
they're all right.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
I just don't know about the offensive side of the football. That's my concern with Patricia.
I agree with that. I like Galladay, though. Like, Galladay's nice.
Yeah.
If I can take Galladay, I'm taking him. Last team here, Minnesota Vikings. Coaching changes. They got a Gary Kubiak, offensive coordinator. Has been promoted. He was on the staff last year as like an assistant.
Interesting.
Guy's been around for like 25 years.
I just don't know how Dalvin Cook. We'll get to it. All right, so because just his style of coach, like his offensive style, is like a zone running scheme, typically.
Yeah,
Right? You don't know this is a zone running scheme, so
yeah, he was in Denver a lot.
Yeah. I don't know how that fits with Dalvin Cook, but
They lost a truck full of players though. Like, they lost Xavier Rhodes, who, I mean, he was terrible last year, but Trey Waynes, Mackenzie Alexander, that's 3 corners
yeah,
right there. They lost Everson Griffin, he's a free agent.
Good player.
He is a good player, and I don't think there is some. Linval Joseph, like in the interior, like another good player. And then the biggest one, like Stephon Diggs. Like,
just lost a lot of talent.
Lost a ton of talent. And honestly, in free agency, they didn't add much. Like the draft, free agency, I saw Amir Abdul and Tajay Sharp.
That was their additions?
Like, that was it.
They didn't address the defensive side of the ball?
No. Like, no one, like, big time. No one worth noting.
Man. They got an interior, Michael Pierce, interior defender. I mean, they didn't pick up any corners.
Yeah.
Did they draft any?
They did. They drafted, actually, it was round 1. He was the guy I thought of earlier, Jeff Gladney from TCU.
Okay.
Like, that kid was 4.34. Like,
wow.
He flew in the Big 12, and that's the guy who got a lot of balls thrown at him last year. I mean, he held up well in coverage. But the guy I love they got, round 1, Justin Jefferson. I love the guy from LSU. I thought the Packers were going to trade up and draft him.
It's a great pick. Jefferson's just, like, nice, you know.
The guy's stats are just unreal last year.
He's just a solid all-around wide receiver. Good hands, big body, good route runner.
Yep, quick, like, creates separation. Every time I watch an LSU game, guy's open, like, all the time. He had 111 catches, 18 touchdowns.
I forget who I was watching talk about him, and I think it was Chris Sims was saying he reminded him of Michael Thomas. The way he played. Like him and Thielen, that's more of the type of wide receiver you want for Kirk Cousins, I would say. Like, Diggs doesn't really utilize Cousins' skill set as a quarterback. So I think it was great moving on from Diggs and bringing in Jefferson. I think it's good for the offense.
No, I like it too. And that's, I mean, I'll take Justin Jefferson. Like, he's going to be the number 2 receiver there.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's just plug and play.
I like him in the draft. He's going to get underdrafted.
Yeah, I just love the guy. And then fantasy, what? You're not big on Dalvin Cook?
I mean, they lost their last OC, run-heavy approach guy. I mean, Gary Kubiak is run-heavy approach, but my concern is the scheme fit.
Man, you just don't think Dalvin Cook's just good enough, where it's like, just give him the rock.
You think I just don't view him as a zone run type of player.
Hopefully Kubiak looks at the tape last year and just sticks with that.
Yeah.
The guy was just phenomenal.
I mean, I still like Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, the guy.
He's still a top 5 pick in my opinion.
Yeah, easily. What about Adam Thielen? Last year a lot.
I like Thielen.
I think he's getting a good drop. Like this year, I didn't take him last year.
I think he's good value. Thielen's just consistent, man. That's like Cousins' boy.
It is.
Like if I can get Thielen in the 3rd, 4th round, sign me up. That's a solid wide receiver 2 for you to plug in.
It is.
And then Jefferson.
Yeah,
he's nice.
I like that combo, honestly.
Yeah.
And
tight end,
Irv Smith Jr. Like,
no Kyle Rudolph.
I have Rudolph in there too. I just don't know I don't know how much time they're each going to split. Like, Kyle Rudolph scored a decent amount of touchdowns for, like, the amount of catches he got. But the thing is, Irv Smith Jr., like, he's nice, like, physically.
He's very good.
I hope they use him more this year.
Yeah. If Irv Smith could just be the tight end 1 on that team and just take over, I would like Irv Smith in fantasy. But the fact that he just splits target share with Kyle Rudolph,
yeah, it's just a killer, just draining.
Like, if Kyle Rudolph ever got hurt, like, go pick up Irv Smith, because I think Irv Smith's very talented. But as far as immediate fantasy production, no. No Irv Smith for me.
That's it for the NFC North.
That'll wrap it up, guys. Appreciate you watching. Tune in to our next show. We'll be breaking down the NFC West. Got a lot of good teams. Hopefully you got a lot out of this video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, turn on the notifications, help support the channel, guys.